now. Final game here at John Glazer Arena in the 2024-25 season, and we are underway. Hello and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. VCU Lights. Again with Jacob Smedley, I'm Corey Cohen.
Yeah, early on, we'll see how each team kind of comes out. Corey, LaSalle, the last few games, they've had really strong starts, but down the stretch is where they've struggled. VCU, a late comeback in their last offensively.
Tough start there for Ashley Connor, who got a little tripped up. So VCU back on the ball. Here's Zoli Khalil, and she traveled.
His minds with the postseason looming.
The A-10 championship tournament begins on Wednesday and could very well be a rematch between these two teams. It's been one of the highlights in what has at times been a difficult year for the Explorers, but Connor, she's been excellent this year and has so much potential.
Yeah, so much potential. Seen it, a lot of different skill sets this year. Coach Mountain McGilvery has talked about who in this kind of role as a, kind of a freshman that is, taking on the leadership role of the team and seen a lot of great aspects.
Down low, now a kick outside and a three from the wing, just missed by Mariana Asari, the junior from Pickering, Ontario in Canada. She is 6th in the Atlantic 10 in scoring, just under 16 points per game. Has scored 15 points or more in her last 5. So she will certainly be the engine for the Rams if they want to win this ball game. Shot clock already down to 7. Connor driving, kicks it out. Armendariz fakes, puts it up, top of the arc, just wide.
Great job there by Asari. Feet on the ground, stayed with Armendariz.
Quickly moving for the 3, missed and corralled by Eris Mactoon. 2-on-2 in transition. Euro step and the score.
Smooth move by Eris Mactoon, right through 2 defenders. Had the pass if she wanted to, but took it herself through the contact. But LaSalle's defense so far impressive. The communication has been there, forcing tough shots.
Pass down low to Parham. Great defense from the Explorers so far. VCU not a great offensive team. They only average just over 58 points per game. LaSalle at about 57. Defense is what they hang their hat on. They are 3rd in the conference, only averaging 56.5 points allowed per game. Offensive rebound from Mactoon. Armendariz launches the 3 too strong, but she's got the green light. She is 4 for 8 from 3 in her last 2 games, and an errant pass from into the ballgame.
You talk about the defense, Corey, for VCU. They do a great job of passing off matchups and active hands in the paint against drivers. But one way LaSalle can beat that, even if you miss a shot, you saw on the last possession, offensive rebounds from Eris Mactoon. Defense scrambling. Bad pass right there.
Short pass there from Connor. Bounce pass. Parham scores for the first points of the night for VCU. Took him just over 3 minutes. Parham was named last year to the Atlantic 10 all-defensive team. As that ball is loose, jump ball, it'll stay.
The effort, one of the best in the nation at finding the rebound.
And it's not like she's 6'4", 6'5". She's 6'1", just a great rebounder. Armendariz collects it. Contested jumper, too strong. Offensive rebound, and LaSalle gets a fresh 20. Little sloppy on both ends. Connor, 3 hasn't been her shot down the stretch. Shot clock down to 7, nearly lost it, and a lot of contact. Flagrant foul on Connor. There was not, again, fully incidental, but we certainly hope that Mariana Asari is healthy and there's no lasting damage there. Back into action here, a little too much on that lay-in from Magassa. We did see a couple substitutions. Joni Quinn entered for LaSalle, the true freshman from Newtown Square, PA. Here's Griffin out to Khalil. Now Ojeda. Top of the arc, launch just wide.
Saw before the game, VCU doing a lot of low-high actions, passing it back out to the open shooter. Khalil had the open shot, just could not make it. LaSalle's defense has been there so far.
Pass down low, but just hit the underside of the rim from Mactoon. It was a good thought. Here's Soraya Griffin. Scored 8 points against St. Bonaventure a couple weeks ago, but not too much of a scorer. Baseline drive, just short. Rebound for Armendariz. Down court pass. Magassa puts up the layup, but brutal bounce. It falls off the rim.
Seen some of those passes this season for LaSalle, making that long pass down the court. It was
significant damage from that errant hit to the face. So the Rams' leading scorer back into the ball game. Joni Quinn finds Connor. Takes an open two, just a bit too strong, but an offensive board for DeLiba. Connor will try from three, again too strong. Knocked away, here's Mactoon. LaSalle with the effort, and it pays off. Aris Mactoon drills the jumper.
Mentioned it a few possessions ago. We'll say it again. Offensive rebounds, break down, great defense.
Team that last year went 26-6, 15-3 in the conference, got upset in the first round of the Atlantic 10 tournament. But one of their phenomenal seasons in a great recent history led by Beth O'Boyle. Here's Armendariz, open three. She drills it and points to her family and friends, honoring her for senior day. Her partner's here, her family's out here from Southern California. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot, beautiful pass as well. LaSalle moving the ball well. Seen when this offense gets going during games, they move the ball very well.
Asari, can she get it going? Just short, and a one-handed rebound by Mactoon. 9-2 lead for the Explorers. Connor on the ball. Defended by Khalil. Off the screen, Armendariz. Thought about it, step back, little give and go with DeLiba, but turned over to the Rams. Moving quickly, down court, Khalil, beautiful catch and finish.
Seen the 4 points for VCU started by Soraya Griffin. Guard off the bench, she scored a bucket and right there leading the fast break
turnover stolen by the 6'1" Parham. 2-on-1 action. Little wild there from Griffin, and traveling called on Parham.
And, took down VCU just a few games ago. I've kind of seen, I mean, this is a great basketball conference, and it's so tough to get those wins against those great teams.
It's real strong. Back in action here, second quarter with Jacob Smedley. I'm Corey Cohen. You look at ESPN bracketology, as there's Mactoon just missed. There's a chance that there could be 3 teams from the Atlantic 10 that make it into the tournament. Of course, a lot of it will depend how things play out these next couple weeks, as there's a foul. Second shot is good, and that ties the game up at 10 apiece. VCU still hasn't led so far this afternoon. Mactoon. Out to Bowers, off her fingertips. Hudson had a tough time collecting it. Has it now. Top of the arc, Parham. That is not her shot. Asari. Parham at the elbow. Drives on Magassa. She's got the size advantage. And Connor comes down with it.
Great job from Magassa. The post move from Parham, trying to get a little spin action, get the shot up off the glass, but Magassa right with her the whole time. Great teams, what they do very well is limit the turnovers and get up more shots. Both of these teams so far, a lot of turnovers, not as many shots as you would like.
At the free throw line, now a little drive. Ojeda just misses, but off the fingertip. In February, against one of those top teams, George Mason. Inbound to Asari. And the refs are letting them play. Could have maybe called a foul there on Connor. A little bit of a bump, but they play on. Still tied at 10.
Yeah, and we'll see how the players adjust to that no call, what the coaches kind of will tell them. And you got to finish through the contact as well. Might not get the calls, but you got to still get in position to get a good shot up.
7 on the shot clock. Pashishlak to Connor. And a foul called. Inbound, catch and shoot from Mactoon. Nice draw up. Just couldn't score. Mactoon now 2 for 6 to start.
Seeing the adjustment period back for Eris Mactoon coming back from injury. Those are some shots she's made in the past.
And a foul call. Second quarter. Bit of a surprise. Again, VCU hasn't had the season they've wanted, but they still are 12-17 overall, 6-11 in this difficult conference. And again, for a big chunk of it, they've been without their head coach, Beth O'Boyle. DeLiba with the hook shot off the glass.
What a shot from Mackenzie DeLiba, finding the spot on the backboard.
Down low, the reverse from Parham. Gets creative in the paint.
One-on-one post hoops at its finest there, Coy. Parham and DeLiba. A few acrobatic shots, a little hook shot from DeLiba, and a reverse layup from Parham. DeLiba might want it again.
So that broke over 4 minutes without a point for LaSalle. Mactoon from near range scores from the paint and ties this back up at 14. Outside. And baseline inbound here. Hudson. Parham. Knocked away. Asari picks it up. Shot clock down to 8. Asari drives on Connor. Puts it up and it falls.
Just an incredible shot making there from Asari. Stopped on a dime in the paint. I mean, not much else Ashley Connor could have done in that sequence.
Armendariz. DeLiba takes a long 2, missed. And Parham comes down with it, her 5th rebound already. Stolen away, Mactoon. Traveled and
there off the catch at the top of the key. Then great rhythm shooter as well. And an Explorers team, you talked about it earlier, Coy, that's had the ups and downs in the season.
Quinn off the screen, layup just missed. It was a nice pick there set. VCU moving quickly in and out off Hudson. 2-point game and Connor will slow it down. Connor drives. Armendariz. Quinn is open. Takes the 3. Off the back iron. And Hudson has it. Moving it around nicely. Tondi. The senior from Buenos Aires. Scored a career-high 6 points against Richmond in January. Tondi finds Parham. Under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Hudson, she'll launch again. Rebound for Mactoon. And a foul called against Sotelo. Now, so far in her last nearly 2.5 games, she is 6 for 12 from outside.
Great way to end. It's a graduate student here at home.
She's going to try again, and she buries it! Armendariz pointing to her loved ones yet again. She is on fire. Her 3rd 3 of the game, and LaSalle right back on top.
Folks, we're courtside. We do not have a megaphone, as right on cue she knocks down a 3. But a great look and a great pass.
Parham is the jumper and puts VCU right back on top to break a nearly 2-minute-long scoreless drought. Well, this is the final basketball we'll be seeing here at John Glaser Arena this season. It's been thrilling. Armendariz just missed. What was a bit of a heat check. Quinn off the offensive rebound, nothing there. Hudson comes down with it. Outside. Banks in the 3, Soraya Griffin. on hard mode.
Such a difficult shot. The angle, too. Quinn with the late contest. Just want to kind of get it up, too, with trailers coming for the rebound. But Sanaya Griffin.
Stolen away by VCU. 2-on-1, extra pass. Beautiful work between Griffin and Ojeda. And it's Griffin who scores in transition.
Some hot potato there with Ojeda and Griffin back and forth. Kind of gets the transition defender lost, and ECU sharing the basketball well and forcing turnovers.
The passes are clean. There's nothing the defender can do about that. Quinn drives the baseline. And that gets... Griffin. Guarded by Armendariz. Here's Hudson. Fakes the screen. Griffin drives. Kick out. Nice zone defense on from LaSalle, but a pass down low. Parham wide open and scores easily.
That is how you kind of draw up an offense.
LaSalle turned it over. It went right out of bounds immediately after the inbound. And that is knocked away and stolen by Daliba. 8-point lead for VCU, their largest of the game. Mactoon stripped away. It
was started to find a rhythm.
Inbound, Daliba, hook shot just wide. Just over a minute left until the half. LaSalle looking to cut this margin. Griffin from the elbow scores, and VCU extends their largest lead of the game, now up double figures. The Rams on an 11-0 run in the last 3 minutes. The Explorers desperately need some offense. Magassa knocked away. Armendariz was open. Nice pass to Mactoon. Drives. Just missed. Falls. Shot still not falling. Mactoon gets it. Magassa gets bumped. Makes the second. So it's a 9-point game, and VCU can hold for the final possession of the half. John Glazer Arena getting loud, making some noise. 3 from Asari, offline. Armendariz comes down with... So Jolene Armendariz inbounds to begin the second half. Playing in front of her parents, her sister, her partner. A lot of love for Jolene Armendariz in this one. It led to a great first half. We'll see what happens in the second. VCU with the steal, but they did ground Molly Massantonio, who spent years here. Graduated last year, is back with her twin sister. Also, Charity Shears, who was on the team 2 seasons ago. There's a 3 from Asari. And that'll certainly get her going.
Seen Asari inside the paint, draw fouls, get to her spots around the rim, but there's 3 that she's made, showing a range on that last shot.
So playing in front of alumni from the last couple years, dating back even further. The Explorers hoping to get a big upset win here. 3 launched with 4 on the shot clock. Connor! Phenomenal work there for Ashley Connor. Coming back from injury, she's been out for the last couple weeks. Moving quickly, too much on the layup. Mactoon has it.
Great job by Connor on the relocation. Ball tips back. She finds an opening and able to get the shot off.
Just about a 24% three-point shooter. She's got an interesting stroke. She shoots it really with one hand.
Thought about it there on a little down screen from Mactoon. Had a little bit of opening.
5 on the shot clock. Mactoon banks it in. The bank is open on the weekend. And LaSalle starting to heat up a little offensively.
Griffin in the first half, and a pretty mid-range shot from Eris Mactoon.
VCU on the ball. Mid-range J will fall for Ojeda. Her second field goal of the game. Here's Connor. 9-point game. Daliba, the other senior, playing in front of friends and family today. Outside, Armendariz barely keeps it in. It's unclear if she has her dribble, but she'll find Daliba. Daliba, one-hand pass. Mactoon from the elbow. That's the shot she likes, but corralled by Parham, who had 5 rebounds in the first half.
It was a second or two there with Armendariz, unsure of herself.
Mid-range, blocked from behind. Back in action now, underneath VCU. Great defense here. Traveling called. Still a 9-point game. 3 minutes into this third quarter. Off the screen from Armendariz. Tough screen there for the grad student in her second year with the program. After starting her career at San Francisco State, to the Southern California native. Armendariz off the back iron. Offensive board, Connor has it. And a fresh 20 seconds, kept that foot on the ground. No travel call. LaSalle has time, Pashishlak traveling.
Enforcing the pickup.
Both teams frozen at this score. LaSalle hasn't scored in 2 minutes. VCU in just under 2 minutes. Asari, she can get it going off the screen from Parham. And an offensive rebound from Mykel Parham. Quick jumper falls for Hudson.
A taste of LaSalle's medicine there. VCU getting the offensive rebound, the defense scrambling. That was a clean look from Asari after multiple screens.
That's the 4th offensive rebound of the day for VCU. LaSalle has 10. Just missed by Mactoon. Down low. Sotelo missed, but an offensive rebound. And
extra shove going for it. Gonna get caught on that foul. Cannot extend those arms going out, trying to get in position for a rebound.
LaSalle nearly 3 minutes without a point. Pashishlak lines it up. It was tipped. Bit of a struggle today from Anna Pashishlak. Here's a drive. Asari, bounce pass, knocked away. Mactoon comes up with it. Averages about 3 steals per game. Hand off. Armendariz, top of the arc! She cannot be stopped on her senior day.
And the point to the family behind us, the energy here from Armendariz, the Armendariz family and friends behind us. Just hopefully LaSalle can really carry that energy, keeping this game within reach.
They should get into coaching. Her sister. Nice work from Armendariz. Down court. Mactoon. Over Parham. Phenomenal bucket in transition with a reigning A-10 defensive team player all over her.
And the pass from Armendariz close to the out-of-bounds line. Fed it forward into the middle of the court. Great play.
Asari. Sotelo. Nice pass down low. And the lay-in from Hudson. Slipped right past Armendariz.
Yeah, right through the back door there. Hudson cut on the baseline. You're that defender in the corner. You cannot allow a player to cut across your face like that.
Armendariz, little give and go. Knocked away by Parham. Season finale between LaSalle and VCU. With Jacob Smedley, I'm Corey Cohen. Thrilling 10 minutes of basketball left to be played. VCU on the ball. Sorry. 11 points so far today. Knocked away by Mactoon, still with the Rams. Hudson air ball, but an offensive board, and the putback goes for Soraya Griffin.
Griffin perfect from the field, and she's been in all the right places for the Rams here today, leading transition opportunities, and right there, position for the offensive rebound.
One of her best performances of her young career, the true freshman, now up to 9 points, which is a career high in conference play. Although she scored 15 points against Delaware State earlier this year. Asari. Griffin. Off a screen, moving screen for
Rector, you got to stay still when setting that screen. Whoa, this is an opportunity for LaSalle. VCU kind of set the tempo in the first minute. Got to match that energy and get a bucket.
Knocked away, last touch. This is her first game back since February 15th, and she makes them both. 5-point game. Khalil. Asari drives past Magassa, knocked free, stolen by Connor. She's got 7 total steals in her last 3 games before today. Pishishlak outside Mactoon. She loves a mid-range J, but that one is way off. 2 men with the Explorer on it. Back in action, LaSalle does keep possession. Five on the shot clock. Connor has to put it up, and she drills it. 3-point game. Griffin. Outside, open 3. Another miss from Khalil, but Parham comes down with the offensive rebound. She's up to 10 boards. And a foul call will send. Makes the second to break a 2-minute and 17-second scoreless drought for the Rams. And it's back to a 2-possession game. Connor off the screen. Armendariz looking to get open. Great ball control from Connor. Mactoon. Jumper falls! Eris Mactoon up to 15 points.
That was over Parham as well in the mid-range. Tough shot making from Eris Mactoon.
Phenomenal performance from the second-year player. Underneath, calm finish from Ojeda.
Ball movement, that is how you break zone defenses. You move it around, high-low it there with Asari. Got it down to Ojeda right there on the dunker's spot.
5 minutes left. VCU leads by 4. LaSalle looking to pull off a big upset. Quinn scores the easy lay-in, and a timeout call. Stretch with my partner Jacob Smedley. I'm Corey Cohen. Thrilled to be joining you live from John Glazer Arena. The regular season finale for this 24-25 season. Down low. Nice bucket on that contested shot from Ojeda.
Once again, VCU breaking that 2-3 zone with the ball movement. The ball moves faster than the player, and right there, Ojeda used it to get to that open space.
And a bump, it won't fall, but makes the second. LaSalle shooting 58% in this second half. They shot about 23% in the opening half. And it has... Can they come all the way back? Zone defense still on. Asari from the wing. Too strong, but an offensive rebound. Hudson makes the putback.
Theme of the game all day for both teams really has been offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. LaSalle got a bunch early, and VCU since gotten a handful of chances. Second chances against this zone.
Connor lines it up just short. But an offensive rebound, there it is. Thought about it. There's some space. Plants that pivot foot just short. Pashishlak offensive rebound. Outside Mactoon. Quinn wide open for three. Back to a 2-point game. Stolen away by Magassa. 2-on-2 in transition. And scores! LaSalle has come all the way back from down 12 to tie it up with 3 minutes to play. And top had the 4th best scoring defense in the nation. Went 15-3 in the Atlantic 10. LaSalle has them on the ropes in this regular season finale, and what could very well be a rematch in just a couple of days. Parham from the elbow. Missed, but last touched by LaSalle.
Use her speed to break this zone for the Rams.
Stolen away by Mactoon. The breakaway. And the cold finish.
And Mactoon, the speed, getting the ball and drawing the foul as well. Incredible play.
Remarkable comeback on here for LaSalle. They've got the lead. Can they hold on to it? Mactoon knocks it away yet again. And Connor, one of the calmest players I've ever seen, even as just a second-year player. She's a true leader of this squad. Outside, Mactoon, Magassa, Quinn. Shot clock down to 4. Magassa. Rebounded by Hudson. Great fight from the redshirt senior. Griffin pulls it back. Now Asari. One of the top scorers in the Atlantic 10.
No zone here for LaSalle. The passing off matchups.
Asari drives. Easy lay-in. Calm, cool, and collected from the junior. 1-point lead for LaSalle.
Got to get your shot. See, maybe try and get Mactoon open in the mid-range.
Asari broke a 2-minute scoreless drought for VCU. Magassa had an opening. Connor drives, step through, great defense, but the putback from Magassa. Connor couldn't get past Parham, but Magassa could. Down low, under a minute left. Hudson misses the game-tying shot, knocked away. LaSalle has the
clock, and they can also play the foul game. The 2 missed free throws for Magassa could loom large.
An empty trip to the line there for Shea Magassa may hurt. Asari drives, gets the friendly bounce. One of those 3 is out on the floor. Mactoon. Connor has it. I wonder if Mactoon touches it, if they might foul her. Right now, it looks like they're going to play straight-up defense. Connor. You'd want her at the line with the ball.
Don't want to take too quick of a shot here. Use the time to your advantage.
Armendariz finds an opening. Contested jumper missed. VCU has it. Trailing by 1. Hudson steps through. Knocked away by Mactoon.
Offensively and all around, but what a play. And now
inbound time for LaSalle. They need a clean inbound. Armendariz, the veteran, has it. No, it's going the other way. They couldn't inbound it. Wednesday, they had a chance to tie or win the game against Loyola. They missed it in the final seconds. 10.5 seconds left. VCU has the ball. Moving it around. Asari, one of the top scorers in the A-10, gets fouled. It'll be inbounded by the freshman Griffin. Inbound to Asari. They foul before the shot. Scenario they faced Wednesday. They couldn't get it done then. Can they do it now? The inbound. Shot is off in time. It's missed. LaSalle wins.